Hey everyone, so this is my day 30 of this 30 days of sharing my crazy. And when I started the day, I thought it was going to be like this super awesome, empowering post because I felt really good and I felt, I wanted to do things. I wanted to get out of the house and, I forced Bobby out of the house, and anyone who knows Bobby, that is a difficult thing to do. And we were having fun, and I was in a little bit of a manic mode, not in the way that manic depression is, because in manic depression, the manic can last for a very, very long time. This was just, a blip. It was a manic blip in the radar. And so I'm just talking and talking and talking, and I have all of these great ideas, and there are these things that I want to do, and there's, I'm feeling like I'm going to be able to do it all, and I went shopping, and I went to Anthropologie, which, as we all know, is my favorite. It will always hold a place in my heart. And if anyone ever needs to get me a present, the answer is always an Anthropologie gift card. So, we're there, and I'm returning some stuff, and Bobby was like, oh, let's go downstairs and look at their sales section. And so I found some really cute things, and I was feeling really good, and and I was like, man, maybe this is it. Maybe this is a turning point. And I allowed myself to get unnecessarily excited, because this entire time, if you've been watching these videos, you've known that I've been saying that it's a process, and just because you have a good day doesn't mean that the rest of your days are going to be good. So Bobby and I split up. He goes home because he has food, and I stopped by CVS to get a new shower curtain because our shower curtain's moldy, and I'm still fine, and I'm like, yes, like, I got this. I'm buying 2 different types of Kleenex, and because Bobby likes one kind and I like the other, and I'm remembering all of it, and I'm on top of it, and then I buy it, and I walk outside, and it just hits me how alone I am out there, and how it feels so alone and scary, and how, especially at this time in my life, if someone were to attack me in any way, I don't know that I would be able to fight back. I have before in my, feels like a previous lifetime, but just because you've done it once doesn't mean you'll do it again. And it's not necessarily that I feel unsafe. It's that I feel raw. I feel exposed. I kind of feel like the world is taunting me a little bit and saying, oh yeah, sure, you thought you were good to go, but the reality is, you're gonna keep struggling. And I've got a lot of really important appointments tomorrow. I have an appointment with my boss to talk about my coming back to work, if they still need me or want me. In theory, my day to go back is December 1st. I have an appointment a lunch really with, a woman I love, who was part of the theater experience that I got kind of pushed out of because for the final days I couldn't function. And then I'm seeing someone I haven't seen in quite a while, and I harbor a lot of guilt because I haven't gone to her shows. I haven't supported her in the way that I normally do. And then on Tuesday, I have to go to get my blood drawn, and that's like one of the worst things that could happen, because while I know where my veins are, because I've had my blood drawn a million times when I did IVF, people don't listen to me as to which vein to stick it into because they think they know better, and they think that I'm just a crazy person, or that I'm a know-it-all or whatever. I don't know what's going through their heads, but so then what ends up happening is I get poked 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Veins blow, they roll, and I walk out with just bruises everywhere and pain. And there was a moment today where I was like, I got this. I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be fine, and it's not gonna be a thing. And then that blast of cold air coming out of the CVS reminded me that nothing is gonna be easy right now. Nothing's a sure thing. Nothing. There is no safe ground. And that's the best way that I can explain it. And that's that's something that, like, logically I know because I've said it before, but sometimes that visceral reminder just punches you in the gut and knocks you down. And those 2 blocks that I had to walk home by myself in the dark felt like an eternity. And again, I'm not someone who thinks that at every turn someone is trying to steal me, or is gonna rob me or whatever. I've lived in cities all my life, like, I get it. But that experience of feeling so raw and so open, and so scared, was really, really powerful. So instead of leaving this 30-day adventure with a rah-rah go team, I'm better, so you can be better too, I am going to leave you with this. Every day is going to be different. Every hour is going to be different. Sometimes every minute is going to be different. And the most important thing you can do is reach out to those who will understand. Even if I don't know you, I've gotten a couple of messages from people that I don't know. You can call me. You can Facebook me. You can message me. You can email me. Do whatever. If you don't feel like you have anyone else in your life that really understands what's happening, because one of the worst things that can happen is you reach out and then someone demeans you, or inadvertently so, because most people are not malicious about it. So I am here. I am here for you. I'm going to continue to reach out to the people that I have found may not understand, but are sure as hell trying really hard. And that's a beautiful, wonderful thing. And then for my, for my support, my mom, who has always been there for everything, who has fought for me since I was a kid. This has been really difficult on her because she's not here. She can't do anything. She's in a whole nother state across the country. And so I also grapple with that guilt, and I don't mean to place any guilt on her, because I am feeling guilt about her being upset, because that's a cycle that is just unnecessary and silly. But I do know that what is happening with me in my life right now affects other people. It affects my husband. It affects our marriage. It affects my friendships. It affects my work-life balance. It affects literally everyone I come in contact with. And sometimes I've been able to say things like, oh yeah, I'm on leave from work right now, because I have an anxiety disorder. And sometimes I haven't felt strong enough to say that. And neither one is right or wrong. But, if we're going to be in this world together, we need to understand what the other is going through, no matter how much you hate that other, because trust me, there are some others out there right now that I could really do without. But I'm hoping through dialogue and through videos like these that people start to understand a little bit more this side of the coin. So I know this is a long one, and it probably won't be the last. I'll probably pop in and give updates about, when I start work, and when something cool happens or when something terrible happens. Because the other thing that I have found about this is I'm not a journaler, because I judge what I write. And no matter what I tell myself or anyone else tells me, I judge what I write, and so it's not helpful. But I have found that this is a way for me to just get it out there and hopefully try to help people without judging myself. And so the experience has been really cool and really amazing. And I do think also that I'm on the right path with my medications. The Klonopin seems to be doing a better job of lessening I call it the buzz, lessening the baseline of anxiety that I feel. I still do have panic attacks, so I need to figure out what to do at that point, but it's a process and we'll get there. And thanks for watching, and thanks for reaching out. It's really meant the world to me. I had someone just recently, Facebook message me saying that she now kind of understands something that a coworker has gone through. And that's just really cool, because it is hard to understand. It's really hard to be on the outside of it and looking at these people and thinking, just get the fuck out of bed. Like, just go to work, pump gas, go shopping. And so if I can help a single person understand that it's not that easy and it's bigger than that, and I feel like I've done a little tiny bit of good. Anyways, I love you all, and I'm sending so much love out into the world. And I'm sorry that I cried in this one too. I should rename this like sharing my crazy crying. But you guys have been awesome, and your support has been awesome. And I love you all. All right, have a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. Have happy holidays. I hope that you engage in self-care, because the holidays bring up a whole lot. Anxiety, depression, a whole lot. So just, you're allowed to say no to things. You're allowed to step back, because the most important thing at the end of the day is that you come out of it whole. So, there we are. This is my 30 days of sharing my crazy.